Hello, this is Anvati. Welcome to the news with NDTV. It's Thursday, February 20th, and coming up in today's episode, INB Ministry's notice to OTT platforms on vulgarity and ethics. Delhi's new speaker could spell fresh trouble for Aam Aadmi Party as new cabinet swears in. Lokayukta clears Siddaramaiah of corruption charges in MUDA land scam case. And as Donald Trump calls Volodymyr Zelensky a dictator, UK responds. The INB Ministry has asked for stricter age-based restrictions, self-regulation and adherence to ethics to avoid vulgar content on OTTs. They claim to have received references from several MPs who sought to question the so-called vulgar content on online video platforms. This comes as a fallout to the India's Got Latent comedy show controversy, where certain remarks by influencer Ranbir Allahabadiya, including BJP's Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, people called out for action against the man as well as the show, and the controversy blew up so much it is now being heard in the Supreme Court. The Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has now issued an advisory to OTT platforms and other self-regulatory bodies, urging strict adherence to Indian laws and Code of Ethics under the Information Technology, Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021. This move comes in response to concerns raised by members of parliament, statutory organizations, and public, which allege there is a prevalence of obscene, vulgar, or even pornographic content on digital platforms. The advisory directs OTT platforms to comply with content classification rules, implement parental locks for adulterated content, and enforce access control to prevent minors from viewing inappropriate material. Platforms are also instructed to not broadcast content prohibited by law and to exercise caution when portraying sensitive topics to avoid legal violations. Additionally, the advisory emphasizes the responsibility of self-regulatory bodies to proactively monitor compliance with the Code of Ethics. It highlights several legal provisions that prohibit the publication of obscene, pornographic, or sexually explicit content, including the Indecent Representation of Women Act 1986, the Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita 2023, the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences or POCSO Act, as well as the Information Technology Act 2000. OTT platforms and self-regulatory bodies have been urged to take immediate corrective actions to ensure compliance. Failure to do so may result in further legal action under relevant provisions. The advisory claims to ensure that digital content is appropriate, safe, and in line with the values of Indian society. Gupta was sworn in as Delhi's Chief Minister on Thursday afternoon at a grand ceremony held at Ram Leela Maidan. Along with Ms. Gupta, 6 cabinet ministers also took oath: Parvesh Verma Kapil, Majinder Sirsa, Ashish Shud Pankaj Kumar Singh, and Ravinder Indraj Singh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP President JP Nadda graced the stage, and Union Minister Rajnath Singh and Hardeep Singh Puri, as well as state chief ministers from certain BJP-ruled states such as Andhra Pradesh's N. Chandrababu Naidu, were also present. As BJP ministers and chief minister officially took oath in the national capital today, the choice of speaker could have the Aam Aadmi Party worried. 10 years ago, BJP's Vijendra Gupta was ushered out of Delhi Assembly in what can only be called as thrown out, quite literally. Visuals from the assembly showed Mr. Gupta being lifted, shouting and twisting by half a dozen marshals. The BJP leader even held tightly on to the furniture, fighting and resisting all the way out to the exit. All the ruckus was over allegedly derogatory remarks by a party colleague, O.P. Sharma, against the then Aam Aadmi Party MLA, Alka Lamba. Today, Mr. Gupta returns as the Speaker of the same assembly after the BJP scripted an impossible win in the 2025 Delhi election. He retained the Rohini seat he has had since 2015. However, even before the win and during the campaign phase, Mr. Gupta's party had raised the issue of alleged corruption by the Aam Aadmi Party, which could be proved via several reports. And after his win, he has promised that 14 pending reports by the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, or CAG, about the former Aam Aadmi Party government could be tabled in the House and made public. The reports, he claimed, would expose how the Aam Aadmi Party misled the people of Delhi with false promises while engaging in financial irregularities amounting to crores. Mr. Gupta also hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, declaring the party had blocked BJP MLA's efforts to table these CAG reports during the previous regime. He was the leader of the opposition back then. After being appointed as the speaker, he told PTI, and I quote, "I am thankful to the party for giving me this responsibility to be the Speaker of Delhi Assembly. I will fulfill my responsibility. I hope we will have a healthy discussion in the House." Sources earlier said he was on the shortlist for Chief Minister's post, something that eventually went to Rekha Gupta, a first-time MLA from Shalimar Bagh, who became the fourth BJP Chief Minister of Delhi and the second woman from the party to hold that post. Ms. Gupta, the first-time MLA from Shalimar Bagh, told NDTV she had no expectations when she set out from her home to attend the legislators' meeting Wednesday evening that she would be chosen as the next Chief Minister. It was widely expected that her colleague, two-time former Lok Sabha MP Parvesh Verma, who beat Aam Aadmi Party boss Arvind Kejriwal for the New Delhi seat, would get the job. The Lokayukta in Karnataka has submitted it found no criminal offence in the alleged case of corruption against Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's family. It has submitted the report to the court today, where the alleged MUDA scam is also being heard separately. On Wednesday, Karnataka's anti-corruption watchdog, the Lokayukta, stated that there was a lack of evidence to conduct an investigation into the Mysuru Urban Development Authority land scam involving Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and his wife B.M. Parvati. The Lokayukta also noted that the charges appeared civil in nature and were not suitable for criminal prosecution. In a notice to complainant Snehamai Krishna, one of the three anti-corruption activists who sought Siddaramaiah's prosecution last year, the Lokayukta said there was no material to substantiate the allegations against the Chief Minister or his family, including his wife, brother-in-law Mallikarjun Swamy, and Devaraju, who owned the disputed plots. The final report submitted to the High Court after allowing Krishna a week to respond. However, land allotments made by MUDA from 2016 to 2024, particularly those involving Siddaramaiah's wife, will remain under scrutiny, and a supplementary report will be provided to the court. The MUDA land scam centers on land allotments to Siddaramaiah's wife, which anti-corruption activists claim were irregular. They alleged that the state lost Rs 45 crore due to these transactions, in which plots in a prime area were exchanged for land on the outskirts. The activists petitioned the governor to prosecute the chief minister, and while the governor's approval was challenged, the Karnataka High Court upheld it in September. Following this, the case was filed against Siddaramaiah, and Siddaramaiah has denied any wrongdoing, claiming the 14 plots in question were gifts from his wife's brother. In the aftermath, MUDA chief K. Mari Gowda resigned, stating he had been instructed to do so. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced on Wednesday that he will meet with US envoy Keith Kellogg on Thursday and expressed hope for a constructive collaboration. Notably, Kyiv had been left out of US-Russia talks in Saudi Arabia over Russia's war on Ukraine. His comments came after former US President Donald Trump criticized him on social media, calling him a dictator in a remark that echoed Kremlin rhetoric, which shocked both Europe and Kyiv. In his late-night address to Ukrainians, Zelensky emphasized the importance of cooperation between Ukraine, the US, and Europe for everlasting security. Quote, "Together with America and Europe, peace can be more reliable. This is our goal. And that main thing is that not only our goal, but a common goal with our partners," unquote, Zelensky stated. He also noted that the world's powerful nations face a crucial choice: to stand with Russia or to stand with peace. Quote, "The future is not with Putin but with peace," unquote, he said, urging the world leaders to choose peace. Zelensky thanked those who continue to support Ukraine's fight for freedom and stability. Zelensky reaffirmed Ukraine's commitment to ending the war with Russia, which began in February of 2022 with the Russian invasion. He expressed confidence in achieving that peace would further prevent any Russian aggression, bringing home Ukrainian prisoners and secure the country's future. Trump's remarks made earlier on Wednesday criticized Zelensky, accusing him of being a dictator for not holding elections amid wartime and claiming that Zelensky's popularity has plummeted. Trump also suggested that Zelensky should move fast or risk losing the country. Trump has previously made overtures to Moscow and his criticism of Zelensky represents a broader shift in his stance on Ukraine. Zelensky responded to Trump, accusing him of spreading Russian disinformation, particularly with Trump's false claim that Kyiv has started the war. In contrast, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer reaffirmed his support for Zelensky, backing Ukraine's wartime suspension of elections, as was done in UK during World War II. That's all for today. You were listening to the news with NDTV, your daily newspaper and TV bulletin wrapped in a compact podcast. If you want to catch up with the day's events in a hurry, do remember to subscribe to the News with NDTV on Apple, Spotify, and the NDTV News app. This is your host Anviti, signing off.